In the small town of Anderson, South Carolina, there was a deep ravine that ran along the edge of a quiet park. The ravine was steep and overgrown, a place where few ventured. But one evening, the peacefulness of the park was shattered by a desperate, echoing bark that seemed to rise from the very bottom of that ravine. A few concerned park-goers, out for a late afternoon stroll, paused, listening intently. Something was wrong. Very wrong. They quickly contacted a local animal rescue organization, and soon Michelle, a dedicated and fearless employee, arrived at the scene. The barking had not ceased, and Michelle knew time was of the essence. Without hesitation, Michelle began her descent into the ravine. The slope was treacherous, the undergrowth thick and unyielding. But Michelle pressed on, her heart pounding in her chest, driven by the plaintive cries below. After what felt like an eternity, she finally reached the source of the sound. What she saw took her breath away. There, nestled among the leaves and dirt, was a small Shih Tzu, her fur matted and dirty, but her eyes shining with determination. Curled up against her was an even smaller kitten, fragile and helpless, nuzzling into the dog's side as it nursed. Michelle knelt down, her heart swelling with a mix of sadness and awe. The tiny dog, who had clearly been abandoned herself, had taken on the role of protector and caregiver to this orphaned kitten. For days, Golda, the name Michelle would later give the Shih Tzu, had cared for the kitten, whom they would name Katie. Despite her own dire situation, Golda had selflessly nursed the kitten, keeping her alive with what little strength she had. When she realized she could no longer do it alone, Golda had started to bark, hoping someone would hear, someone who could save them both. Carefully, Michelle scooped the kitten into one hand and lifted the brave little dog into the other. Golda looked up at her with trust in her eyes, as if knowing that help had finally arrived. With great care, Michelle made the slow climb back up the ravine, every step bringing them closer to safety. Once they reached the top, Michelle quickly transported the pair to the rescue center. There, Golda and Katie received the medical attention they desperately needed. The staff marveled at the bond between the two, a bond forged in the face of abandonment and despair, yet unbreakable. If you liked the video, put like and subscribe to the channel, where you will find a lot of interesting things.